What if the person you are today is not the real you? What if every single choice you've made so far was just a shadow of what you could have been? In a quiet town lived a man named Daniel, a man everyone knew for being safe, careful, and never taking risks. If life was a road, Daniel always chose the smoothest, shortest path, even if it meant missing the adventure. He avoided challenges, avoided change, and called it being realistic. But one day, a mysterious traveler came to the town, carrying a strange, ancient-looking mirror. This was no ordinary mirror. It didn't show your present reflection. It showed the version of you that could have existed if you had faced your fears and seized the opportunities you avoided. When Daniel looked into the mirror, he froze. Staring back at him was a man who looked like him but stood taller, with bright eyes full of energy, dressed sharply, surrounded by people who respected and admired him. In that reflection, Daniel was speaking on a stage to thousands, running his own business, traveling to places he had only dreamed of, living a life of courage and purpose. Daniel whispered, "Is this really me?" The traveler smiled gently and said, "This is the you from another path, the one you step closer to every time you choose courage and further away from every time you choose fear." That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He thought of every dream he had postponed, every chance he had ignored because it felt too risky. For the first time, he realized the biggest prison wasn't made of walls or bars. It was the invisible cage built by his own doubts. The next morning, he made a decision. He sold a few belongings, invested in a small idea he had been holding on to for years, and took the first scary step toward change. The first weeks were brutal. He failed, lost money, and faced people who laughed at him. But for the first time, he felt alive. Every morning, he looked into that strange mirror and saw that his reflection was slowly changing. The fearful Daniel fading, the confident Daniel growing stronger. Years later, the man in the mirror and the man standing before it became the same person. Daniel finally understood that while fear might keep you alive, only courage will make you truly live. So ask yourself, who is your mirror self, and how long will you let them remain a stranger? Start today. Take the step you've been avoiding, and if you believe it's never too late to become who you were meant to be, subscribe now for more stories that change the way you think.